Many thanks for joining us this evening. My name's Adam Balding and I'm the Director of Rugby at Birmingham Moseley. And tonight I'm joined by first team hooker Will Biggs. Good evening, Will.
Hi, Walders, you okay?
Very well, thanks, my man. Very well. Thanks for giving up your time this evening.
Good. No problem at all.
Good stuff. So obviously tonight's call is just to preview the pending Six Nations fixtures coming this weekend. But before we get into that, Will, just wanted to have a chat to you about what's going on in your life away from rugby. So didn't know if you could maybe give us a bit of an oversight in terms of how busy you've been and what you've been working on.
Yeah, no problem. So I've been probably one of the lucky ones in a way where I've been keeping myself extremely busy. I own a business called Matchday Info, which is all about online matchday content, with sports fans not being allowed back in stadiums at the higher end at the moment. We sort of deliver the content which fans are missing out on a match day and delivering that to people at home. So we have a mobile phone application again called Matchday Info with other features called the Game Hub, and we're working with clubs, as high as Fulham FC in the Premiership to Gloucester Rugby, London Irish, and some lower league teams as well. But it's all about bringing that matchday experience to people that are unable to make the games at the moment. So it's sort of fitted in quite well with the current times.
Amazing. How long's it been running for now? How many years you've been putting into it?
Yeah, so started it during university, so about 3 years ago now. And probably the first 2 years where it was very much like running it alongside my university degree, still playing rugby. But since leaving university last year, sort of put all my time and energy into it. And since COVID has hit, luckily we've sort of had to adapt the business a bit to sort of keep up with the current landscape. But no, the last year has just been flat out and just signing teams every other day, really, which is quite good to see.
That's amazing. I do follow you on LinkedIn, and some of your club signings are notable. So fantastic. Is it just yourself, Will? Is there anybody else who works with you in the business? Or?
Yeah, so I'm not the only full-time person at the moment. We work with like some sales rep that sort of help push the products out now and again.
Yeah.
Also, we're working quite closely with some printing companies as well at the moment that sort of have program rights. But on a whole, Matchday Info, it's just myself. Yeah.
Mate, it's the future, Will, without a doubt, and look forward to seeing you grow and seeing your business flourish, and hopefully maybe see it at Birmingham Moseley, which would be absolutely fantastic. So,
that'd be great.
Oh, it would be great. Hey, see what I've done there. I've done a little business plug for you.
Yeah, I'll take that. It's worthwhile now. Yeah.
But all seriousness though, the link for Will's business will be on the site below, so feel free to have a click on it and have a look. It's great to support new businesses, and to be an entrepreneur is fantastic. So we wish you well, Will, and hopefully we get to see you back in the real time on the pitch soon as well, which would be fantastic. Just obviously looking ahead to the Six Nations then, so it's going to be a little bit different this year. Obviously no crowds. First game up is Italy France. What's your thoughts on that game, mate? Obviously Italy's kind of always raised their game against the French, so it could be a bit of an interesting one. Yeah,
I think so. I think it'll be a fairly even first half. The Italians will be up for it as they always are, but I think the French are a quality outfit at the moment. I think it'll take a while to batter the Italians down, but I think come to the second half, I think the French will really put a cricket score on them, to be honest, and start to pull away and show their pure class, which they're starting to do with their young squad at the moment.
Any players that are jumping out at you in terms of who will stand out, or players to watch?
Honestly, Sean Edwards coming across has just changed the whole defensive ethos. But is it Dupont, the scrum half?
Yes.
He's one of the world's best players in my opinion at the moment. Yeah. And their backline is incredible with a huge pack, all very athletic. So yeah, Dupont at 9 is I think the one to stand out for this Six Nations campaign for them.
Yeah, no. To be fair, Will, I think I'd agree with you. I think the French will just have a bit too much grunt for them in the last quarter. And like you said, I think the first 40 will be closely contested. So it'll be interesting. And if you look at, obviously, without jumping away, if you look at the Premiership, it's been a very interesting campaign with no fans, and now we're going to see it in the Six Nations, and hopefully they'll get the atmosphere that they're looking for. Obviously, it won't be what they're used to, but hopefully it'll still be a spectacle, and they can put on a good show for everybody to watch. Second game up then, the following week, next game will be England-Scotland at Twickenham, at HQ. Proud Englishmen. What do we think, mate?
Yeah, again, I think England at the moment, especially in the Autumn Nations Cup, they just seem to win in an ugly manner. Like they're doing well. They just seem to win whatever sort of is put in front of them at the moment. And I do think that will sort of come out on top towards this game as well. I think it'll be quite a close game. But I do think England, they're just sort of, they just know how to win at the moment. And Scotland, I think they brought Finn Russell back into the squad, which would be class for them. But I think England will be too much, in my opinion. What do you think?
Totally agree. England at Twickenham, they're such a difficult team to play. And I think with Eddie Jones, he certainly plays a very measured game, and territory, field position. They literally wear teams down. And again, we spoke about the forwards with France. The forwards with the English pack. I mean, the strength and depth that they have throughout they could probably put out probably 3 or 4 different packs, and they'd be equally as competitive. So, I think Scotland will certainly be very competitive without a doubt, and they'll certainly fancy their chances early doors. But I just think the longer the game goes on, England's power will just be too much for them. Unfortunately, like most instances. So it'd be interesting. Yeah, any English players you're looking forward to seeing back on the pitch, or?
Well, I was I'm looking forward to seeing Sam Underhill back. However, he's been pulled out now. But he's replaced by Jack Willis, who I was surprised that he wasn't in the squad already, to be honest. He's probably one of the outstanding players in the Viva Premiership or the Gallagher Premiership last year. Yeah. So it'd be exciting to see if he gets a bit of a run out. But for me, it's just exciting to see the whole squad and seeing how they get on, really. For me, I like to see how the pack get on, and Atoje is just always class. What he brings to the line out and his defence around field and his communications and work rate is just outstanding. So it'd be interesting to see who partners up with him in the second row. Yeah,
mate, you get tired just watching his work rate. He goes to a whole different level, doesn't he? But just on Jack Willis as well, it's well deserved. He's certainly been a consistent performer, and he's been a standout performer now, as you said, last season and this season. So he certainly deserves his chance. I just hope he takes it.
Yeah.
And then obviously final game then, Bigsy, Wales versus Ireland down in Cardiff. What do we think, pal?
I think if there was fans back in the stadiums, and I think if it was a sellout, Millennium Stadium or Principality, whatever you want to call it, I would say Wales would probably have a good run at it. But with no crowd and a bit of a losing streak that Wales have been on recently, I do think the Irish will come and probably do quite well. I think it was the first year last year where Andy Farrell was their main coach, but he's had a long time in his role now, and I think the players around him are only improving, and it's making it more of his squad throughout his tenure as being the coach. So I think the Irish will nick it but I think Ireland will win and maybe cause an upset for having an away victory for this instance.
No, I probably would agree. And the Irish clubs have been in fine form as well, haven't they? In terms of some of their results have been absolutely sensational. So, they've got a very good pool of players to draw from. And obviously with the change of guard behind the scenes for Wales as well, in terms of backroom staff, they're a bit of an unknown entity. Depends which Wales team turns up, I guess. They can play. They've got some fantastic players, but, you would probably just edged Ireland without a doubt. So I think we've agreed on all 3 games there, mate. That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not too bad at all.
No problem. Bigsy, we're going to finish with playing a game. 30 seconds on the clock. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I'm going to give you a letter out of the alphabet, and then just answer each question accordingly. Happy?
Okay. Yeah.
You're going to give it a go?
No
pressure. 9 questions, buddy. Here we go. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me get the stopwatch up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Favourite food?
Pizza.
Place that you'd like to go?
Pool club.
Name your rugby player.
Pea shot.
Favourite drink?
Pepsi.
Make of car?
Porsche.
Name your rugby club.
Plymouth.
Sport?
Pool.
Sport brand?
Polo Sport.
A place where we used to go for a drink?
The Pelican.
Yes. I was hoping for the pub.
The Pelican in Gloucester. It's a lovely pub. It's a nice pub.
Good stuff. Mate, 34 seconds, Bigsy. You answered all the questions.
Extra time. We'll give it
outstanding, pal. Great effort. Great effort. But look, no, seriously though, Bigsy, many thanks for your time this evening.
No
it's a bit of fun. Obviously, you know, we're all still working through this challenging time, and you know, we're uncertain of when things may get back to normal, but there is light at the end of the tunnel with the vaccine rollout, and you know, things moving to the warmer months. Hopefully, we'll get back doing what we do best. And you know, just thank you to all of the sponsors, the fans, everyone associated with the club. You know, we really appreciate your support, and we look forward to welcoming you all back to Billesley Common in the not so distant future. So, Big Z, many thanks, buddy. Great stuff.
Cheers,
and please
Boulders.
check out Will's link to his business below. And good luck with the match day info, and we'll be following your progress with great interest.
Cheers, Boulders. Stay safe.
Take care. Good night, mate. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.